Sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come of it. That's a quote by Benjamin Mee from the movie We Bought a Zoo. If you've seen that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And ever since I heard that quote, that has always been something that is just stuck in the back of my brain. If I really want something and I'm too scared, if I want to start a podcast, but I'm terrified I'm going to sound stupid. I'm terrified people won't listen. There's so many things. All I needed was 20 seconds of bravery to reach out to the producer that I know, hi Jen, and say, we're doing this. We're doing this and I'm not turning back. That's all I needed. And once I said, I'm doing this, I told somebody else, it was out there. The universe heard me. It's happening. Here we are. We've been working on this for a week and a half now. And I'm just now filming the trailer. This is going to be so awesome. And I'm excited. I'm so happy that I took that 20 seconds of just insane courage to say, I'm going to do this. This is what I want. Now, for a while ago, I thought this would make a really good book. The Magic of Being Brave. But I have so many stories and interviews that I want to do that it just didn't make sense to turn it into a book, because you're not going to hear the voices of the women who I love. And more importantly, the women who inspire me to step outside of my comfort zone, to believe in myself, to take action. I needed a podcast. You're going to meet some really incredible women, and I hope that they inspire you in the way that they inspire me. 20 seconds of insane courage. What does that look like to you? If you're a mom, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to love this podcast, because that's all we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about mom life, toddlers, teenagers, turning 40, all the things. But we're also going to talk about getting out of our comfort zone on social media, because there's a lot of us that have big dreams. We are the only thing that's holding us back from greatness, from going after what we really want. If you want to be an influencer, if you want to show off your outfits, but you're scared of being judged online, I am here and I'm going to help you through it. Like, this is not, we ain't going to play that game, sister. Okay. If you want to show off your outfit, I encourage you, show off your outfit. This is how it's going to go. Okay. If you want to be a photographer, if you want to work with brands, I'm here to tell you it is absolutely possible. There is no reason other than the fact that you think you can't. So we're going to turn that around with this podcast by sharing stories from these women to show they're no different than you. The only difference is they took 20 seconds of insane courage and pulled the trigger. 20 seconds to write a DM to a brand to say, hey, I want to work with you. I have these skills. This is what I have to offer. 20 seconds of insane courage to film a reel showing off their outfit. Once you get started, okay, I say 20 seconds, but sometimes, making content takes more than 20 seconds. But 20 seconds to get in the groove and just get started, come on. You can't turn that down. So that is what this podcast is all about. Finding the magic in being brave and doing whatever it is that you want, whatever lights your heart up, whatever just fills your cup. I'm here to tell you, do it. Life is too short. Your children need to see a mom that is just so excited and happy about something. And I encourage you, be that person. Now, along with these interviews, I am also going to be having these one-on-one where we can talk about social media and all the tips and tricks that I know from being a brand photographer for the last 7 or so years. Oh, you didn't know I was a brand photographer? Let me fill you in on my story a little bit. My name is Amy. I'm a mom of 4. I have 2 teenagers and 2 toddlers. It's a long story how that happened, but yes, they are all mine and my husband's. We just took like a 13-year gap in between before we decided to start again. And it's been great, but it's also kind of been of a setback. After my husband and I got married, I became a stay-at-home mom after about the first or second year of our marriage. We had our daughter. And we were able to afford me to stay home. So I did. it's great if you can afford that. That's amazing. But it also can take a toll on you as a woman. And I found myself really isolated, bored. I'm a creative person, and I was probably just spending way too much money trying to scrapbook. And if anybody knows anything about scrapbooking, like you can go down the whole scrapbooking, buying a ton of stuff. And I just needed an out. And that's when I turned to photography because I was taking pictures of my daughter. And it just kind of escalated from there. It was just a hobby for a really long time to get me out of the house, to get me socializing with other women. Because as a mom, you are the one that books your family photos. Are you or are you not? Right. So it was great because I was talking to people and I was loving it. And I was providing a service that made them happy. And I see the value in photography, especially family photography. Family photos turn into heirlooms, right? They're not things that you're just going to take a picture of on your phone and throw away. They're heirlooms. You're going to keep family portraits forever because we're constantly changing. Our children are constantly changing and evolving. And it's sad, but beautiful at the same time. So that led into a big move. We moved to Southern Utah. There were a ton of photographers. So I had to kind of change my niche from families and weddings. Also, I didn't really enjoy doing that. I enjoyed interacting with the people, but I didn't enjoy the photography side of it. I moved into boudoirs. Long story short, that was not my niche either. Have I got some stories for you? We'll talk about that later. From boudoirs, I pivoted into brand photography. And that opened up a whole new world because social media had started to really pick up and become a thing. And people were needing content. Influencers were turning into a thing. And so when we had the second set of babies, I kind of nudged into the influencer world a little bit where I was working with brands to promote some of the baby products that they were giving me, Dockatots and baby monitors. It was great. Clothes, all the things. But it benefited me and them because I knew how to take the photos and promote the content, and they liked my audience. So from there, I was like, hey, I think I could provide this service for other brands as a photographer and not necessarily as an influencer because the influencer side just like wasn't my jam. It can work for people. Like if you have the personality and you love that rush, great. Not for me. I actually just like to be behind the camera. It's kind of hard doing this too. I'm overthinking myself being in front of a camera, in front of a mic, but I'll get it. I promise you, this is going to be amazing. So I have a lot of history in business. I've tried so many different niches. I'm still a photographer, but I've dipped my toes in product development. I designed my own lens covers for my camera. I've worked with a lot of bloggers, and so I know the ins and outs of that world. I just have so much knowledge that I'm excited to pass on and share with you guys. And I've met so many amazing people that I'm also excited to introduce you to. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to The Magic of Being Brave. And I can't wait to bring you more episodes, you guys. Find me over on Instagram at _brandographer. Let me know that you're listening. And I'm going to be offering some free Instagram audits for anybody. If you just DM me audit, I will be happy to take a peek at your feed and give you some tips and tricks. Nothing personal. I'll be gentle. I know how it is. I know how it goes. But everybody deserves to have a feed that they're proud of, that they're excited for, and that they're ready to grow and show off. So let's do this. Are you ready? Catch you on the next episode.